Welcome friends, Retro Commodore Space Magic. Today we're going to take a look at another game that I used to play quite a bit called Seafox. And we're going to take a look at it both on the Commodore 64 and the Atari 800 so we can compare the two versions. So this is the Commodore 64 version. So you play this sub. If you tap the button, you shoot an upwards missile. If you hold down the button, you shoot a forwards missile like this. So we want to get both the ships on the surface and the ships around where we are. And these, you can see that there are two rows of ships up above us. The bottom row of ships, sort of the greenish ones, they are armored ships, where our missiles just bounce right off them. And that was a pretty neat trick there. Whereas the ships on the top row are free for the taking. Oh, didn't get out of the way of that one. You can also see along the bottom of the screen that in addition to our score, we also have a fuel count and a torpedo count. So you have to replenish your fuel and your torpedoes as you go along. And the fuel goes down fairly quickly. So every now and then, you'll get a ship come along to resupply you. Which we'll see pretty soon here is my guess. Now, is this a resupply ship on the bottom, the one that we took out before, or was that some kind of bonus ship? Oh, that was the resupply right there on top of the fish that the Pac-Man thing came and ate, I guess. It's been a while since I played this game. This is another one of those games that I used to play quite a bit, but it's been a while since I've played. It's a simple game, but it's a fun game. Let's see if the resupply ship will come back around again. Come on, resupply ship. We need to resupply. So that, yeah, see that ship at the bottom there? It releases the fish, which in turn has the resupply thing on top. But that Pac-Man thing just comes along and eats it. It must be tasty. Come on, can we do a neat trick? I guess not that time. Now we're going to try again to do a resupply thing. We'll give it one more try in the Commodore 64 version before we move on to the Atari 800 version. See, like that. There, we got the resupply. And if we can get another one of those ships to come through, I'll show you that it's never a good idea to mess with the baby fish. And you can also see, when shooting the forward torpedoes, if you're moving in a particular direction, they move in that direction as well. Like you can get them to sort of angle up or angle in whichever direction you're going. Okay, and then, oh no, the ship was, the fishy was going a little too fast in order to do what I was planning to do. But another one should be along pretty soon. And there are levels in the game, and the game gets progressively more, shall we say, interesting as you play it. And what we're seeing on the right side of the screen there, I believe that's called a bug. It shouldn't be doing that. It should not be doing that. Couldn't get the fishy that time either. And check out this slowdown. It's a pretty impressive bug, though. And every time it does that, it's increasing our score. So we're going to have a super high score. I wonder if we can stop that bug. I think on this level of the game, on Mission 2, there's supposed to be 3 layers of ships. I think. But that new layer is just completely glitched out. Okay, now here we go. Let's see if I can do what I've been trying to do. Come on, come on, fish. Where the heck you going, fish? Oh well, maybe I'll be able to demonstrate it in the Atari 800 version. So that is the Commodore 64 version. And here on the home screen, on the main screen, you can see the bug continues. And you can see some more advanced things going on the screen, like what you get in later levels. So on to the Atari 800 version. And here's the Atari 800 version of Seafox. So you can see how it compares, how it differs from the Commodore 64 version. For one thing, you can see that there is a third row of ships near the surface, that it's not all bugged out like it was on the Commodore 64 version. So let's give it a try. Whoa. Okay, for one, it's faster. It's certainly faster. And if you hold down the button, instead of firing a forward torpedo, you fire 3 upwards torpedoes. So does that mean that in this version there are no forward torpedoes? Okay, here's the fish. And it's super fast and hard to grab, and there's no Pac-Man thing that comes along and tries to grab the fish. Oh, haha, don't do that. So how are you supposed to do a forward torpedo? I guess maybe you don't. I guess you just do upwards torpedoes on everything and have to get below anything that you want to torpedo. That's how it would seem. So that's sort of an interesting difference, an interesting... Oh, we got that Pac-Man thing, whatever it was. That's sort of an interesting difference, that in the Commodore 64 version, you can fire both upwards and forward torpedoes, but apparently in the Atari 800 version, you can only fire forward torpedoes. I mean, upward torpedoes. But the game is a lot faster. Well, at least the Pac-Man thing doesn't do anything to us when it goes through our ship. So as for which version I like more, I don't know, they're kind of different. I like the graphics and the sound of the Commodore 64 version. I also like the fact that you can fire both forward and upwards torpedoes. But I do like how the Atari 800 version is a little faster. Mission complete. Mission 2. And this time we get this other row of ships at the top. Oh, and it drops depth charges. So that's definitely something to watch out for. Oh, get another fuel refill. And if I can ever get in the right position to blast one of the fishies that, for whatever reason, the resupply submarine drops off, I can show you what happens with those. It's easier to do on the Commodore 64 version because of that forward torpedo capability. And I've tried like pressing forward and fire and back and fire in basically all the different directions. And it doesn't make a difference. There doesn't seem to be any forward torpedoes in this version. Now, could it be spacebar? Now, I don't think they would go the route of making you use the keyboard in addition to the joystick in order to play the game, to do like a normal function of the game. But as soon as we clear out some of these, we'll test it. Okay, spacebar. Nope. Spacebar doesn't do anything. Thanks for the help. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Well, I would say that both versions, both the Commodore 64 version and the Atari 800 version, are fun. Sort of a simple game, but it's the sort of game that you can just play for a while, really. Wipe that out. Oh, and get that one. And get that one. Oh, yeah. Well, we missed getting that one. That ship at the very top right above us that has like the polka dot bottom, it reminds me of polka dot underwear. For the ship. Ships wearing no polka dots underwears. Oh, just get out of the way of that one. And that one. And a little bit of that one. And just all kinds of that. Whoa. See that? That was close. Now let's get to mission 3 before we wrap up this video. Mission 3. I'm not sure if we have to wipe out a certain number of ships first, or if we just have to get to a certain number of points. But I'm thinking, maybe we have to get rid of all of the ships in the top row, and then we'll advance to mission 3. Maybe. Because it seems like the number of ships in the top row may be slowing down. Let's just follow that experiment. Although so far, the ships in the top row keep spawning also. Whoop. Oh, well, I guess we're not going to do mission 3 after all. Anyhow, so that is a look at Seafox for both the Commodore 64 and the Atari 800, a little comparison of the two. Let me know which one you prefer in the comments. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe to be notified of whenever I post a new video. Liking is always a wonderful thing to do. And tune in again next time for more retro fun.